Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle Ferguson and I'm the crochet pattern designer of Two Brothers Blankets. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet the Serenity Sweater. This is a beautiful 3/4 sleeve sweater with a delicate lacy stitch combo. It's got different stitches every row, which makes it really fun to crochet, and it's just a really nice, beautiful spring or fall transitional garment. For this pattern, you're going to need some sport weight yarn. I'm using Comfy Sport. It's a cotton acrylic blend. It's from We Crochet. And you'll need a crochet hook to meet gauge. I'm using a G 4mm crochet hook. This is a Furl Streamline wood hook. I'll link both the yarn and the hook in the pattern. For the tutorial, I'm going to be using some Hobie Rainbow Bamboo yarn. It's a sport weight yarn as well, and it's also a cotton blend. I don't have enough left over of this yarn to do another sweater, so I'm going to be using this. I've met gauge with the G hook, so I'll still be using that hook. It'll just be a different yarn. And then you'll need your scissors, your measuring tape, probably some stitch markers, and a yarn needle to weave in your ends as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, to start this project, I'm going to be working the size medium. That's what size I wear. I'm just going to make myself another sweater. So for row 1, you are going to start with a chainless foundation single crochet row. I have a stitch tutorial for this that I will link in the description, but it's a really simple foundation row for single crochet, chainless foundation single crochet. So it says for size medium to do 85 FSC. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, so to get that started, I'm going to do 1, 2, insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, 2 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 1, 2 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2. That's my first stitch. And then I'm inserting, pull through 1, pull through 2. Like I said, I have that tutorial that I'll link to. If you don't know how to do this chainless foundation single crochet, I would pause this video and go watch that one first. But I'm going to go ahead and work 85 of these so that we'll have our foundation row completed, and I'll meet you at the end. All right, I've completed 85 chainless foundation single crochet stitches. And now I'm ready to start row 2. So row 2 says to chain 1 and turn my work. And I'm going to single crochet in the first stitch. And then it says to chain 2, skip 2. So 1, 2, and then do a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next. Like so. And then it says to chain 2, skip 2, and single crochet in the next. That's what I have so far. All right, and then we are going to repeat that across. So chain 2, skip 2, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Chain 2, skip 2, single crochet. I'm going to work that all the way across to the end. All right, I've completed row 2. This is what it looks like. You should end with a single crochet stitch at the end of your row. And now we're ready to start row 3. So for row 3, we're going to chain 4, and that's going to count as a treble crochet or triple crochet stitch. And then we are going to skip the chain 2 space and do a 2 DC puff shell in the chain 1 space. So to do that, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. I got 2 loops left on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to insert my hook around that chain 1 again and pull up a loop, 4 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through 2 of those loops. Now I have 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those. Then I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to do it again. Yarn over, insert hook, pull up a loop, 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on my hook, yarn over, insert hook, pull up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops, yarn over and pull through those 3, and then chain 1 and do it one more time. Yarn over, insert hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, got 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, insert hook, pull up a loop, 4 loops on the hook, pull through 2, 3 loops on the hook, and then pull through all 3. And that is what I'm calling a 2DC puff shell. So all 3 of that, all of that together is the 2DC puff shell. So we've done that. It says to chain 1, and then we're going to skip the chain 2 space. So right here. And so that is our repeat. So we're skipping the chain 2 space to end the repeat, and we're going to skip the chain 2 space to begin the repeat. And then we're going to work our 2 DC puff stitch in each of these chain 1 spaces of the V-stitch from 1 row below. And then we're going to do that all the way across and then do a treble crochet in the last stitch. So I'm skipping the chain 2, skipping the chain 2, working my 2 DC puff stitch in the chain 1. Okay, chain 1, skip over the chain 2 spaces and do it again. All right, I've completed row 3. I've done my triple crochet at the end of my row, and I've got my 2 DC puff stitches all along the row. Now we're ready to start row 4. So for row 4, it says chain 1, turn our work, and we are going to do a single crochet in the first stitch, and then it says chain 1, and then it says single crochet in next chain 1 space of 2 DC puff shell. So that's going to be right here in the middle that we're working that single crochet into the chain 1 space. And then it says chain 1, single crochet in the next chain 1 space of 2 DC puff shell, chain 1, single crochet in the next chain 1, which is going to be the chain 1 that's in between the 2 puff shells right there, and chain 1. And that is our repeat. So we're going to do it again. We're going to single crochet in the chain 1 space of the 2 DC puff stitch, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and then single crochet in the one in between. So we're just going to do that all the way across in each chain 1 space until we get to the last stitch, and in the last stitch we will single crochet. I have completed row 4. I did my single crochet, my last single crochet at the top of the chain 4 that we started row 3 with. Here's what it looks like. And we're ready to start row 5. So for row 5, it says to chain 3, and it counts as a double crochet. We're going to turn our work, and we're going to do a double crochet in the next chain 1 space. So it might take a minute for you to just like point out those chain 1 spaces, but we're going to do a double crochet right there, like so. And then it says chain 1, double crochet in the next chain 1 space. All right, and then that's what we're going to repeat across until the last stitch. So chain 1, 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space, or around the chain 1 space. Chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. I'm going to do that all the way across till the end. All right, I'm at the end. I've just did my double crochet in the last chain 1 space, and then for the end I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the last stitch. And that is row 5. All right, we're almost ready to start our repeats. We got 2 more rows. Row 6 is chain 1, turn our work, and it says to single crochet in the first 2 stitches. 1, 2, and to single crochet in the next chain space, single crochet in the next stitch. And that is our repeat. We're going to repeat that across to the last stitch and single crochet in the last stitch. So 1 single crochet in the chain space, 1 single crochet in the stitch, all the way across. All right, I've completed row 6. Here's what it looks like. I did a single crochet in the last stitch. And now for row 7, we're just going to chain 1, turn our work, and do 1 single crochet in each stitch across. So just work a single crochet in each of those single crochets that you just did. All right, I've completed row 7. So this is rows 1 through 7, and this is where we're going to start repeating. So for rows 8 through 37 for size medium, I'm going to repeat rows 2 through 7. And then for rows 32 through 42, I'm going to repeat rows 2 through 6. And that's going to be my bottom panel until we're ready to start the sleeves. So I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to work rows 2 through 7. And then that last repeat of 2 through 6 off camera. And when I've completed it, I'll come back and I'll show you how to start the sleeves. Okay, I've completed that bottom panel. I've worked through row 42 for this size medium. And now I'm ready to start the beginning of our sleeve. So for the first part, I'm going to just leave my working yarn right there. I'm not fastening off anything. I'm just going to take out my hook, and then I'm going to go over to this side of the row, the very beginning of the row, and I'm going to take another ball of yarn and I'm going to join it to that first row, very first stitch of the first row. Join my yarn. And then for this size, I am going to chain 36. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 30, 35, 36. All right. Chain 36. All right. And then I am just going to take my scissors and fasten off. Okay, so now we have these chains to work into for our sleeve. And that sleeve, that side. And then this side, I'm going to take my loop again. This is my working yarn from the panel. And I am going to chain 37 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. All right, I've chained 37 on this side, and now I'm ready to continue working. So for the next row, which is row 43, it says to single crochet in the second chain from hook and in each chain and stitch across. So I'm starting here at the end of this 37 chains, and I'm going to do 1 single crochet in the second chain from my hook and each chain across. So I'm going to do each chain, and then I'm going to do every single crochet here, and then each chain across here. 1 single crochet in every chain and single crochet stitch. All right, I'm at my panel now, so I'm just working my single crochet into these stitches and not chains anymore. I'm going to do that all the way across till I get to my second set of chains. All right, I've completed row 43, and now we're ready to continue doing our repeats, but we're also going to be working these sleeve panels here. So for row 44, we're going to be doing a chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to single crochet in the first, chain 2, skip 2, 1, 2, and double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next. So here's our repeat again, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet, and we're going to continue with the same stitch pattern for the sleeves. Now we're going to be working one side of the sleeves, and then for our second panel we'll be doing the same thing, and we'll be repeating our same repeat up to rows, looks like 54. All right, so I finished up the first panel. I wanted to show you what it looks like here. You got your sleeves and your bottom. And so what I'm going to do next is do the exact same thing. I'm going to make another panel just like this. I'm going to follow the same instructions. A few things to note when you're making your second panel. Measure it to your first panel. Make sure it is very close. You're going to want to block them out to measurements anyway, but you're going to want to make sure you're really close in the same size as your first panel, so that you don't get anything too wonky. Be sure to stop and check that as you work on your second panel. But that is what it's going to look like. You're going to make 2 identical panels that look just like this for your sweater, and then we're going to sew. So I'm going to show you that now. All right, so here is the original Serenity sweater that I made, and I just want to show you quickly. I want to make sure I can get this video out for the release, so I'm just going to show you with the original sweater. And I do have a video where I show you with this sweater how I sew the panels together, how I like exactly what stitch I used and stuff. So I'll link that in the description for you so you can check that out too. But what you're going to do is you're going to lay your 2 panels one on top of the other, just like so. Line them up, one on top of the other, and you're going to start down here. Now this already has the trim on it, but you're going to sew up the sides and across the bottom of the sleeve. So you can see here where it's sewn. We're going from the bottom, up the side, and across the bottom of the sleeve. Okay, you're going to do that on both sides. All right, then for the top, it tells you whatever size you're crocheting, it tells you how many stitches to sew across to, so that the top of your sleeves till you get to the neckline. So you're going to sew the top as well to a certain number of stitches for your neck opening, okay, your head opening. So you're going to do that next, and you're going to sew across. So check out that video that I have already posted. That is how I sewed this together. It shows two different ways you can sew, but it shows this specific sweater being sewn and how I did it. So that will be helpful if you're questioning how to sew the panels together. So with that said, once your panels are sewn together like so, you're going to add your trim. So you're going to have neckline trim. This is optional. You could also just do plain single crochet if you prefer, so that it is less of a neckline trim. It looks kind of bulky here, like when it's laid flat, but if you look at the model pictures, it's really not. It kind of lays really nicely, and it's not like way up on your neck or anything like that, but that's totally personal preference. And then you're going to have sleeve trim, which is what we have here, and bottom trim. Again, all optional. You can do it however you prefer. This is just a little picot type trim. So I'll show you here quickly on this second sleeve how to do that trim for your sweater if you prefer this trim. So it says here to attach the yarn to the end of the sleeve at the bottom seam. So this is our bottom. This is, see, you can see where it's been sewn. Let me zoom in a little. There we go. You can see where it's been sewn. So that's where I am going to attach my yarn. And I have ends that need weaved in. All right. And for round 1, it says to chain 1 and single crochet around for 36 stitches. Now this is, you can do this if you've made adjustments to how many rows you did for the sleeve. You're going to want to adjust that, or if you just want to spread it out more or whatever. But typically it will be 36 single crochet evenly around the entire sleeve. So for round 2, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and do 1 single crochet in each stitch around. So another 36 single crochet stitches. All right, I've completed round 2. All right, and for round 3, it's our little picot stitch. So we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and it says to do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the first stitch. So that's what gives us our little bump. And then it says to skip 1 and do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the next. And we're going to do that all the way around. So skip 1, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. All right, I'm at the last one. I will skip the last stitch, and I'm going to join to that first single crochet with slip stitch. And that is my trim, and that's what you can do for the neck, the bottom, and the sleeves if you prefer. And so I'm just going to fasten off here, and my sweater is all done. It's that simple. If you have any questions about the Serenity sweater, please let me know in the comments. I'm happy to help. Here's what it looks like. Let's zoom out a little. There we go. Like I said, any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to help. I'm always here for pattern support. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.